Hi friends, welcome back to Sheena's Homestead. If you are like me, it is late in the season and there are still lots of tomatoes to be processing. I have so many jars already of salsa and tomato sauce, and it's just, it's getting a little repetitive. So I'm gonna show you how I make sun-dried tomatoes. You can see my tomato vines are starting to die back, but there's still plenty of cherry tomatoes to be had. So we're gonna start by getting these picked and washed. And we're also gonna grab some basil on our way up. And you are gonna just be so amazed at how easy this process is. All right, we have our tomatoes now. I have a little variety of Sun Gold and some beautiful red cherry tomatoes. So we're gonna take these inside and get them nice and washed up and ready for the sheet pans. I think you can tell by the looks of my kitchen that it is harvest season. We have squash and zucchini and so many other things. We are just plugging away one at a time, trying to get all of these things stored for the winter, and so that we can enjoy them just a little bit longer than the growing season. So I have a couple of stray cucumbers that got lost in the vines. Now that the vines are finally dying back, you can see the ones that you missed in your harvest. But anyway, we have some beautiful tomatoes here. So I'm gonna get these washed up, and then we're just gonna slice them in half. I'm gonna make sure we get all those little stems off. So now I have my large cookie sheet, and I am just going to take these, cut them once in half, and then I want them to stay mostly the cut side up. That'll help evaporate the liquids a lot quicker than if we put it cut side down. Right, so our 2 trays here of tomatoes are cut, sliced, ready to go. Now we're going to add our olive oil. I'm going to add about 4 tablespoons to each tray. And I'm going to add about 1 teaspoon of salt. I use really high quality salt. This is Baja Gold, and it has a lot of nutrients in it. And I'm going to use about a teaspoon per tray. Okay, these are going into the oven, both trays. I have the oven set to 200 degrees, and these are gonna stay in the oven for 6 hours. That is how we are going to cheat our sun-dried tomatoes. We're drying them out in the oven, and we're gonna get them all nice and roasted and cooked down. The flavor is gonna be so concentrated. It's going to be absolutely delicious. All right, so let's get these in. I'll see you in 6 hours. After 6 hours of roasting and creating our sun-dried tomatoes with an oven, we are finally ready to take these out. Okay guys, so now I'm going to let these cool down overnight. All the leftover moisture will evaporate out as these cool down, and tomorrow morning I will see you right back here in the kitchen. I'm going to show you how we're going to preserve these for a longer period of time, and you'll be able to enjoy your sun-dried, oven-dried tomatoes well into the winter. Good morning, welcome back. So I have our sun-dried oven tomatoes, and they cooled off completely. They smell delicious. They taste great. I tried them already. So now what we're going to do is we are going to put them into these jars and fill it with some olive oil. So let me show you what this process looks like. So I'm gonna start by taking my organic olive oil here and just putting a little bit at the bottom of these jars. I have one that is smaller, it's a jelly jar. And I like to do that just in case I decide to gift some to somebody. Or if you're gonna travel and go somewhere and you wanna bring some food, nice and easy. So this is what they look like. They are beautiful. And I'm just gonna fill up my jars. These taste so good. If you eat a lot of Mediterranean dishes and Italian, sun-dried tomatoes makes every single thing that you could possibly make better. There's so much flavor packed into one of these little babies, and the oil doesn't go to waste either, because this olive oil tastes really, really good after it's been infused with all of these delicious cherry tomatoes. Well, my friends, look at that. We have 3 really pretty jars of sun-dried tomatoes. These are so, so, so delicious. They will add pizzazz to any of your meals, especially the Mediterranean dishes that you make. If you make Marry Me Chicken, which I have a video all about that recipe, these are 5-star player in that recipe. So you want to make sure that you have these on hand. I keep mine in the refrigerator for at least 6 months. If you look it up, it says shorter than that, but I have had great success with these staying nice and fresh in the refrigerator. So don't forget to try them. And if you are absolutely sick and tired of canning tomatoes, whether it be sauce or salsa, give this a try. It's actually not that hard. And you can see after we cut up our tomatoes, all we had to do was get them in the oven and just babysit them a little bit, but the oven did all of the work. It is totally worth it. It's so beautiful. It's a great gift to give someone for their birthday, for Christmas. Make a little assortment of different things from your pantry that you have made yourself. If you liked this recipe and if you liked this content, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and a comment down below. And if you don't mind, subscribe, and we will see you again really soon, friends. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.